British authorities have slammed the public after thousands flocked to the beaches during a heatwave. The defiance of safe distancing has been labelled selfish. Major incidents were declared in the beach towns of Bournemouth and Dorset due to overcrowding, traffic and violence. The UK has been relaxing COVID-19 restrictions and is considering lifting 14-day quarantine rules for some international arrivals. Now, for more on this, Ollie Barrett joins us from London. Ollie, we'll get to the beachgoers in just a bit. Firstly, the government is looking to relax quarantine for some international travellers. Which countries could be first on the list? Are Britain's businesses and people ready for this?
We expect that the countries that will be first on the list to be exempt from quarantine with regards to international arrivals will largely involve European nations, so countries like France, Italy and Spain, but it might be a reasonably long list and there will be other countries around the world included that the UK considers to currently have a low risk with regards to COVID-19 and which the UK considers to have a decent track and trace system in place and up and running. In terms of the view of business of all of this, the tourism and aviation sectors have been furious that quarantine was even implemented at this stage in the UK's outbreak, and they've been calling very strongly for exemptions to be announced. So they will certainly be pleased that some of those exemptions do appear to be imminent in terms of the announcement from the British government. At the same time, polling has showed that Britons have been reasonably favourable towards the idea of quarantine for international arrivals. So there will certainly be some British people who are sceptical that this is the right time to open borders even more than they currently are.
Ollie, back to those pictures of what we saw on some British beaches. I mean, you've got blue skies, the sun is shining out there, loads of people on the beaches, but, you know, there have been these health warnings from officials, from the ministers. Are authorities prepared for more crowds this weekend? I mean, could we be facing some more closed beaches here?
The officials certainly are prepared for more crowds this weekend, although one item in their favour is that the weather is due to change. We're expecting much more rain than sunshine over the weekend, so that may help with numbers on beaches. Certainly the government is being accused of mixed messaging here. Boris Johnson talking about how he wanted people to go out and enjoy the outdoors. And it's also worth pointing out that for many of those people that are pictured on those beaches, they are not breaking social distancing rules in any way at all. Many of them are keeping 2 meters away from other people. They're allowed to enjoy as much outdoor time as they want. There have definitely been, though, episodes where things have really gone in a direction that authorities are very worried about. They are very worried about a second wave, a second spike as a result of too many people heading out and being too close to other people. All of that said, though, we've seen a number of these types of instances throughout the UK's lockdown. Think back to VE Day when people had street parties, other hot weekends during April and May when thousands of people rushed to the parks and to beaches as well. Black Lives Matter protests have seen thousands of people taking to the streets and certainly not safe distancing at all. And so far, none of those have led to a spike in cases, a spike in new infections. So perhaps there is an element that the British people themselves are looking at all of that and thinking that this is a risk worth taking while the sun shines.
Right. From where I'm sitting, Ollie, it looks like you've got a bit of a tan on you. So enjoy the sun while it lasts. Ollie, thank you very much for that. Ollie Barrett in London.